against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Broncos will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Delaware's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game, because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live, so he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed, but what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
Guys, let's take a second here and talk Delaware. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Blue Hens can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top, working that wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. From the gun on third down. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Delaware! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Boise State Broncos offense has the ball for the first time. And Jesse, if there's an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this offense comes up first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with two great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. A strike downfield. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. They're going to run it. Got the first down. Looking for more. They'll mark him down at the He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Here comes the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd up early and doing their job?
The Broncos decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. Got it set up on the outside. At the 40, there he goes. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Blue Hens have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Howard. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Caught in the backfield. It's Thomas. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And this one will be stopped for no gain. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. And they'll knock him down. A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on fourth down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Touchdown, Delaware! Fitted in the window for the score.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTEP is in front. They've owned the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Kent State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Trying play action. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hawkins. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Power football with the run. Look out, he's got room. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Using his legs as gains. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll go to the ground. Punch for the tackle. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. He's going to run it. Short gain on the play before he slides. The blue turf rumbling on this 3rd down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
That's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
And the Blue Hens with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the ground with the back. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. They will score! Touchdown, Blue Hens!
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Buys a little time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Gaines. Spins away from the defender. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Howard. There he goes. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Touchdown, Blue Hens! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Got the quick completion. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. 2nd down coming up. Looking to pass, it's Nelson. Grabbed behind the line, it's Gaines. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Brings up third down.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Looking for room, it's Dupree. A 7-yard pickup, it'll be 2nd and 3. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Blue Hens in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. And the defense stops him just short of the first down, maybe needing a few more chain links to move the sticks. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Blue Hens will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little space.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Thanks to grab. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Catch in the middle, it's Wilson.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above the Smurf turf.
And the Blue Hens will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Riley. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Almost popped free on the screen, but he'll be stopped short of the line to gain. It's 4th down. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Wants to bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Hold and finds his man on the left. And just a short, safe pass away. They pick up a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Caught in the backfield, it's Tyree. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Blue Hens lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the 1st down mark. And the Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Release to the back. This one's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? 2nd down, he'll throw it. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their 1st pick of the game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man, it's LaBelle. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the 1st half, and you see it here again.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking 1st down, down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Steps away to find some room. Touchdown, Delaware! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Coastal Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. That's reeled in. It's Brown. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Dropping back, it's LaBelle. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the driver.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's got him wide open. There he goes. He's at the touchdown Broncos. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he's going to try to return this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield, it's LaBelle. Under fire. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. You got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. On target over the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes with the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Looking to throw, it's LaBelle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes in the 9.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. The least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Blue Hens line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
Yeah, you used to see this all the time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now you don't see him near as much, but versatile piece at fullback. Listen, he can catch the football. He can make plays. Use the big play.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
On the ground, it's Dupree. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's LaBelle. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Going to swing it on second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Beck's going for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They'll run it on third and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Broncos! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Houston is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia Southern. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got it behind the line. It's Tyree. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Grab behind the line. It's Tyree. Fighting off the defender. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Blue Hens will line it up on 1st and 10. The give. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Back to pass, it's LaBelle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Almost had the completion, just missed it. The Blue Hens will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Snags it quickly on the left. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. And the Broncos can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Gaines. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Give to the running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires one high and deep. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Touchdown Broncos! And here they come, almost all the way back.
Man, not surprised. State has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Getting set for the point after. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Back to throw, it's LaBelle. Starting to feel a little pressure. Across the 25, he's got room. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. A quick pass to the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Broncos can really attack on this second and short. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out quickly. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Got his man in the middle. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Broncos with the 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The run from the shotgun. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Snap it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Broncos come to the line on third down trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab on the left. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State. These two teams just trading body shots and haymakers.
And we talked about it all week. These two teams, just great teams going at it. Who's going to make the plays late? Who's not going to make the plays? But we knew this was going to be a huge battle because these teams are so good and so evenly matched.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab on the right. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. The sweet feet buy a little time. Looking for room at the 30. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
How about that critical moment in the 4th quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the 1st down. That's a big-time play in the 4th quarter by this quarterback.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Here's the handoff. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the wing. Touchdown, Delaware! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Bowling Green is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Iowa State.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. To the air, it's Nelson. Finds his big tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. Looking to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got room to work. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. And the Broncos come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
2nd down coming up.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And, hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.